When I was 11 years old, I was lucky to get a PC which could run almost all Prince of Persia games, so I completed Prince of Persia Trinity and Prince of Persia Forgotten Sands. I was the only PC guy in my friend circle, so eventually I became their king. When I was 13 years old, I started taking interest in Assassin's Creed because it was similar to Prince of Persia. Not exactly similar, but kinda almost similar. And as time went, I completed Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed 4, and Assassin's Creed Unity. So I guess you guys can trust me with my experience cause I have completed both the games, almost all the games. Now both Prince of Persia story and Assassin's Creed story contain supernatural power, or in Assassin's Creed case, let us say unknown civilization's technology. So which one of them utilized these powerful tools in a better way? In Prince of Persia, we use the magical powers of sands more than often. Prince of Persia never left us unsatisfied. The creators promised us powers and they fulfilled their promise. But on the other hand, what happened in Assassin's Creed case was quite confusing, or let us say unsatisfying. Either you don't show the powers, or if you are showing them, allow us to use that. It's so unsatisfying to have a powerful tool like Apple of Eden in Assassin's Creed without having a villain. I waited from Assassin's Creed to Assassin's Creed Black Flag. They never used it against a supernatural evil. They never left me satisfied. They always left me unsatisfied. Whoever thought about this Apple idea, okay, I can be okay with that, man. But who the hell thought about not utilizing this stupid idea? Now if you think about it, it's kinda stupid. Story comparison. The story of Prince of Persia is one-directional with some mysteries. They started the story with sands, they showed the mysterious sands of time. Prince broke the sands of time and then he realized he wasn't supposed to do that. It was not allowed, which started his faith with Dahaka. He somehow managed his fate with Dahaka and finally tries to save his city when he returned to his city. And the creators were successful in putting an end to the Trinity story. But what exactly happened with Assassin's Creed? Basically, Assassin's Creed story is kinda complicated. A man named Desmond Miles has somehow managed to access his DNA, which will show him the story of his ancestors. Now there is a connection of the Apple of Eden and his ancestors. So Desmond Miles tries to find the Apple of Eden by tracking its journey. Now in the case of Prince of Persia, they were able to end the story. You must end a story, right? But in Assassin's Creed case, they never continued the story after Assassin's Creed 3. I was really excited to know what happens with Desmond Miles in Assassin's Creed 4, but they literally never showed anything. They literally showed nothing. They kind of forgot about that. In Assassin's Creed Unity, they just completely abandoned this Desmond Miles and the Eden of Apple theory. Now who the hell was that idiot who started the story and kinda never ended it? I just have one question. Why? Now I understand there are some mini stories like Altair, Ezio, Connor, Edward, and trust me, I enjoyed the ending of Revelations where Ezio died after sitting on the chair. That way, it was really emotional. But what was that thing for which Ezio died? Why Ezio sacrificed? Not exactly sacrificed, but why Ezio died? Apple of Eden. You guys kinda forgot about Ezio's sacrifice. The story was trash cause they never ended it. Those guys who have completed Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed 4, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. In Assassin's Creed 3 they showed, okay, Desmond Miles died at the end, but what happened? And he kinda saved the earth. But what happened in Assassin's Creed 4? It was really confusing. Now guys, personally, I think Assassin's Creed Revelations story is better than all the Prince of Persia and Assassin's Creed games combined. Now why I think so? Well, I was really fascinated by this idea that Ezio was tracing Altair's path. Ezio was trying to know what Altair's motive was. Ezio worked really hard in order to know what was Altair's motivation, what exactly happened in the past. And in the end, he just sat on the chair and he died. He was not unsatisfied. Now, why Ezio died? Ezio definitely did not die because you guys can leave a story without completing it. You guys literally left a story without completing it. I want to know what happened. Why Ezio died? When you continue a story for 5 games without putting an end to it, It really proves that you always wanted money. You never knew how you will end it. You just wanted money, and that's why you created it. Actually, guys, there is a theory that the original creator of Assassin's Creed left Ubisoft when Ubisoft was pressurizing that guy to create one game per year. But he was a genius. He always took his time. He took 2 years to create one game. That's why the initial Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was awesome. But I think as time went and he left Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed became trash, and the story of Desmond Miles kinda ended then. Okay, guys, what we can do? We are just small people. Now, guys, I have few problems with Prince of Persia as well, but when we are comparing it to Assassin's Creed, Prince of Persia was much better because they ended the story. We actually got to know what exactly happened in the end, and I don't know what to say. Assassin's Creed really hurted my sentiments. Please, guys, do let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Please write your opinions, which will help me to get a better understanding and perspective of my videos. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I will always give my 100% in order to make you guys smile. Just hit that subscribe button, and I hope you have a nice day. Thank you, guys.